and I wanted to let them know how much I cared about them. You see, kids don't care how much you know as a teacher until they know how much you care about them. And that's what I want to bring 4 more years to this school board, because we've got to have, and I look at this, you've got to have a safe climate. You've got to have high academic standards. No doubt about it. Our schools have got to be accredited. Portsmouth cannot be competitive in the business world if we're not doing that. We've got to monitor instruction. We've got to make sure every 9 weeks we're asking the superintendent, give us a report about how well our students are doing on the benchmark test. We have to have high expectations, and we have to have strong instructional leaders that when they go into the classrooms, they know what good instruction looks like, and they can make some corrections with teachers who are having problems. So please, give me 4 more years so I can continue the work that I've been doing and working as a team with this school board to change things in Portsmouth. And I guarantee you, we're going to make a difference. Thank you.
And Mr. Patillo Jr.
Again, I thank you all for allowing me this opportunity to say something for those sharing the podium with me. My bio was written, you probably have it already. But I'm running for school board because I love Portsmouth. I love children. I want to revive the community that I grew up in, the school system that I was brought up in. I want to revive that place where I was excited to see Santa Claus at Mid City. That place where my grandfather got a 50-cent raise from the shipyard and went to the Blue Hawaii and want to eat. I love Portsmouth. And I believe that with me being on the school board with your vote, that we can show our children and our parents that Portsmouth can be that place that we all love once again. To close, the Bible tells us about a story where the children of Israel were looking for a promised land. And they were looking at all the large lands that surrounded the area that were known for cash crops and for bringing a lot of merchant income. But their promised land was a small place called Canaan. And in that small, what some thought were barren place, was a place that was flowing with milk and honey. I believe Portsmouth is that place and that promised land. They could not find it, but they had tour guides and navigators to help them get there. I ask you to vote for me on November 4th. And with your vote, that means you be my navigators to help me chart the path to get Portsmouth Public Schools back to the promised land. Will you help me get to that place where we can see full accreditation? That place where all the teachers are underpaid and not underappreciated. That place where Portsmouth will no longer get shamed when they're around Chesapeake schools and Virginia Beach schools, because we are Portsmouth. Portsmouth, a place full of pride and glory.
I want to thank the candidates and the audience for being here this evening. You were true role models. What I can say about this evening is I am a transplant. I am not from Virginia. I am not from Portsmouth. In fact, I moved here from Virginia Beach. But I bought a house over here in Portsmouth a year ago. Why? That's what my students told me. That's what the professor said. They said, why? Because I believe in Portsmouth. This is why I'm here. Change comes from within. And the fact that you are here and you're acting as role models tells me that you believe in change. And with that, closing remarks will come from Dr. Mariner. And thank you.
So can we first give a round of applause and appreciation to our moderators. We thank our husband for providing us as a moderator tonight an excellent way of hearing our candidates and keeping us on task and on time. It's 9:05 and our scheduled time was around 9:10. And so we thank you for your presence and for your expertise and for being a faculty member at a great school, Norfolk State University, as far as educating our students. First of all, let me take again a round of applause to all of our candidates for MLK Leadership Steering Committee has fulfilled part of its mission, and part of its mission is to provide forum for our citizens to learn about our candidates. You have a right to exercise your voice to vote on November 4th. We hope that you do so. We hope that you will track them from this moment on. They have about 5 weeks left. We hope that you will listen and you will ask questions from them, that you might be informed citizens on November 4th. Also, I want to take this time to thank our timekeepers for doing an excellent job to make sure that we not go over. And everyone had ample time to share their thoughts. To all of MLK members for being here, to Bishop Edmonds and the Edmonds staff for sharing not only this space, but also other elements to make this night successful. Thank you so much, Bishop Edmonds, part of our city council as well. I want to thank our mayor for being here, Ken Wright. We have other council members here. I want to get to have it. Miss everyone, please stand. Please stand up so we can see all of our council members. Well, we also have some city council candidates here as well. Please stand. I want to recognize you too. Thank you for coming out tonight. Your presence is important. I want to also thank our chairperson, the Honorable Cynthia Morrison, for conducting the meeting and organizing our forum with all of our leaders and volunteers. Thank you so much. To all the clergy, thank you so much for being here. Clergy, please stand. We need your input. We need you to get out there and encourage the support. Well, again, you have 5 weeks left, so you have a tremendous job ahead of you. Tonight, we learned MLK has made this endorsement, and we'll let those out in the future. But you are right to listen to them and to know what you can do. We hope that you respect us enough to pray for all of them, because whether you believe in prayer or not, many of us believe it works. I want to thank our media for being here tonight. They have so many other things to be doing, but they chose to spend this evening with us to hopefully write some very positive things about our future in Portsmouth. We want to put a new brand on Portsmouth, and that brand is that we are a strong city. Again, to all the MLK leaders, thank you so much. To Dr. Hudson, we are indebted to your presence and your expertise tonight, and we are hoping that come November 4th, it will be a great time in our city. There's one other element that I need to share too. The Commonwealth has passed new ID requirements to vote on November 4th. Please be apprised of what is happening. Whether we agree or not, it is law. And you need a photo ID. Your old registration card will not suffice. If you do not have a government-issued ID, you can go to the city registrar's office and you will receive a free one. Please do not show up at the polls thinking you will get in and allowed to vote without a government photo ID. It is the law. Let's abide with it until we change it. Let's work with it and make sure that we show up with our ID. You can also vote now. Go down to the registrar's office and vote now to get ahead of the game. Thank you for voting as well. There is one proposed constitutional amendment that should be on our number for the ballot. You also need to familiarize yourself with that new constitutional amendment. It is based upon it is Article X, Article 10, Section 6A is the property tax exemption. Listen to this: property tax exemption for certain veterans and surviving spouses of soldiers killed in action. Please read that. Please confirm me with that again. Property tax exemption for the Commonwealth of Virginia for certain veterans and surviving spouses of soldiers killed in action. Amen. You may want to look into that. All right. Well, thank you again so much for being here. We're about to adjourn. We've had a great forum, City Council, as well as our school board. We hope that you are not a voter. You took time with the middle